94.1 WHRP, Tony in the morning and DJ Primetime 256. You know it's Monday when you see Tish Hardrick and Associates on our Facebook page this morning. It is time for Money Monday. Good morning, Tish, and Happy New Year.
Morning, Tish.
Hey, Happy New Year, guys. Happy Monday.
Yes, indeed. And always, you're giving us some great money-saving tips. Today, we're going to get into money-saving tips for prescription medications. Now, this is hitting home.
Good, because I'm tired of getting surprised at the pharmacy.
And so are so many people. You know, we often talk about the price of medications and how outrageous they are. And really, it hurts if you don't have insurance. So with your money-saving tips, you're going to help a lot of us. Tell us about it.
That's right. And I've got 5 tips today, Tony. With tip number 5 being work with your pharmacist.
I like that.
Yes.
Right.
So you'd be surprised what some of the pharmacists can do. Swing by the pharmacy and ask your local pharmacist, especially if you have a good relationship with them, to look over your medication lists. They'll often be able to point out a few money-saving tips that can save you money. And these are things that you'll be able to discuss with your doctor. And some of these tips may include something as simple as potential generic alternatives, or switching your long-term meds to a 90-day supply, or taking advantage of some of the pharmaceutical company discount programs.
It's Money Mondays with Tish Hardrick and Associates, and we're talking about money-saving tips for prescription medication. Tish, what's tip number 4?
Tip number 4 is get familiar with 2 resources. And these resources are called Needy Meds and RX Assist. So Needy Meds is a website with a wealth of information about prescription drug savings. And it'll let you search for medications by diagnosis or what condition you have. And it also allows you to review different drug manufacturing saving programs and look for coupons and rebates. And RX Assist is a database where you can actually search for individual drugs and review the prices by pharmacy. It's really nice. Your physician can also use the site to search for drug safety net programs, such as being able to provide medication to the uninsured or uninsured, or just finding a rep for your particular drug in the area that can offer you coupons and drug samples.
We're saving a few bucks on our medication with Tish Hardrick and Associates. What's tip number 3?
Tip 3 is buy in bulk. Get a prescription for a 90-day supply. You might be surprised how getting more of your prescription meds can cost less than a regular 1-month supply. And it's true. You know, from mail order pharmacies to in-store savings, there's programs that are offered by pharmacies that can save you the most on medications by just getting the doctor to write you a prescription for a 90-day supply. For example, there might be a price of 3 30-day refills on a generic medication that could cost you $10 each, totaling $30. Yet the same medication dispensed for 90 days could only cost you $15.
Ooh. Definitely buy in bulk. We're talking money-saving tips for prescription medications with Tish Hardrick and Associates. Tish, what's tip number 2?
Go directly to the drug manufacturer for discounts. If the medication you need is a name brand without a generic available, or if you prefer to use the name brand, you can actually find discounts directly from the drug manufacturer. But typically you have to meet certain criteria. You can do a web search for the drug name and the savings programs, and it generally will point you to an online portal where you'll learn about that manufacturer's discount programs if you meet the criteria. And you can go direct to these drug manufacturers for the discount. So keep your eyes open, because a lot of times you may be able to even grab a free prescription savings card.
Well, you may not have to take medication, but you might know somebody that does, and these tips are outstanding. Talking to Tish Hardrick and Associates, it's money-saving tips for prescription medications. And tip number 1.
Hey, tip number 1, last but not least, is consider using an online mail order pharmacy. So, what if you didn't have time to go to the pharmacy and drug savings just landed in your mailbox? That's the bet that upstart online pharmacies are making. While you're likely to not be able to use your insurance with some of these online pharmacies, you might be able to find that your savings paying out of pocket is going to score you a medication at a lower price than you pay using your insurance.
Hey, Tish, for these tips and other great ideas and money saving tips, how can people get in contact with you?
You can check us out on the web at thetishteam.com, where we're building foundations of success one step at a time with grants, business consultancy, and careers.